Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm glad you're here today. We're about to dive into a really interesting topic: why you can't find a partner and the hidden psychology behind repeated heartbreak. In this presentation, we'll explore the unseen factors that might be holding you back in love and how understanding these can help you move forward. So, let's get started and uncover the secrets behind these patterns. For many people, love can feel like a lottery, where no matter what ticket they draw, it seems like the wrong one. They end up falling for someone who, unfortunately, turns out to be unavailable, toxic, unfaithful, or simply indifferent. And from the outside, it might look like just bad luck, like the universe is against them. But if we take a closer look, we often find that this so-called bad luck isn't really random at all. Instead, it's a pattern, something shaped by our psychology, how we see ourselves, and unconscious choices we might not even realize we're making. Understanding this pattern is key to changing the way we approach love and relationships. Let's talk about the idea of bad luck in love. It's really common to feel sympathetic towards someone who keeps ending up with disappointing partners. We often think, what am I doing wrong? Is fate just against me? But here's the thing: relationships are rarely just accidents or pure chance. Just like we carefully choose our friends, our careers, and the environments we put ourselves in, we also, consciously or unconsciously, make choices about who we partner with. These choices reflect our own inner world, our beliefs, our patterns, our expectations. So, when we face repeated romantic difficulties, it's often more revealing about our inner landscape than about external luck. It's a way of understanding that our relationship patterns are not random. They are shaped by us, and they hold clues about who we are and what we might need to work on. This idea ties into the overall theme of this presentation, that self-awareness and understanding ourselves are key to transforming our love lives. Many people believe they want love, kindness, and loyalty in their relationships. But interestingly, when they actually encounter these qualities in real life, they sometimes feel uncomfortable, suffocated, or even turned off. It's as if these positive traits, which we often value, can evoke mixed feelings. Instead of embracing affection and genuine connection, some individuals dismiss the nice partners as boring. Paradoxically, they find themselves mysteriously attracted to those who withhold love or seem emotionally distant. This might sound counterintuitive, but it's not a coincidence. It's rooted in psychology, how our minds and emotions influence what we find attractive and what we run from. Understanding this helps us see that our relationship patterns are often shaped by deeper subconscious factors, which is a key part of today's discussion on love and human connection. Let's talk about the core issue here, which is self-perception. At the very heart of the problem is self-esteem. If you're struggling with how you see yourself, it becomes incredibly difficult to truly feel comfortable receiving love. You might find that acts of kindness from a partner, like making you breakfast, giving you thoughtful gifts, or even showing vulnerability, don't always evoke joy. Instead, they can sometimes trigger anxiety. This is because if you don't feel worthy of love, any gesture that suggests closeness can feel overwhelming or even threatening. Understanding this connection helps us see that the way we view ourselves directly impacts how we experience love and intimacy. And that's a crucial piece in overcoming these challenges and building healthier relationships. These gestures we make in love often clash with how we see ourselves deep inside. If I secretly believe I'm unworthy of love, then feeling loved can actually feel like a lie. Compliments from others might seem like flattery, something I don't quite trust. And when I devote myself to someone, I might feel like I don't really deserve it. Instead of truly accepting love, I might resist it because it shines a light on a painful contradiction. On one hand, they see me as valuable, but on the other, I see myself as worthless. This inner conflict creates a barrier, an unconscious resistance, that stops us from fully experiencing love's warmth. It's important to recognize that this clash between how others see us and how we see ourselves can prevent us from connecting genuinely. Understanding this is a key step in transforming our inner self-image and allowing love to flow more freely. When kindness feels overwhelming or just too much to handle, it's not uncommon for some people to be drawn toward cruelty instead. It might sound counterintuitive, but cruelty can sometimes feel like a form of relief. A partner who is cold, dismissive, or critical doesn't challenge how you see yourself. They actually confirm it. Their lack of interest matches your own internal feelings, like feeling undeserving of love. In a strange way, toxic partners can seem emotionally safe to someone who already hates themselves. Their meanness is predictable, familiar, and aligns with the negative beliefs you hold about yourself. On the other hand, kind partners, the ones who genuinely care, can feel threatening because they challenge that negative self-image. They expose the possibility that maybe, just maybe, we are lovable after all, something we often haven't accepted yet. This dynamic is why many people find themselves repeatedly falling into destructive relationships, even when they know they want something healthier. It's not just about the partner, it's about what that relationship allows us to believe about ourselves. When I hear someone call a kind, stable, caring person boring, I think what they're really saying is that this person doesn't make me suffer in the way I believe I deserve to suffer. It's a common misconception that a partner who's calm and steady is dull, but that's not actually the case. What's really happening is that this kind of partner isn't willing to play into your internal drama of self-rejection. They see your worth, even when you might struggle to see it yourself. They don't trigger that familiar cycle of pain that you might mistake for passion. And here's the key point. What you might call boring isn't dull at all. It's actually healing. It's a sign that you're starting to heal and recognize your value. But the truth is, until you've made peace with your own worth, you might not be ready to fully embrace that kind of calm, caring connection. So often, what feels like boredom is really a step toward healing and self-acceptance. So how do we break this cycle? Well, the first step is realizing that the way out isn't about rushing to find better partners right away. Instead, it's about transforming your relationship with yourself. That's the crucial foundation. The first key point is recognizing the pattern. It's important to acknowledge that repeated heartbreak isn't just bad luck. Often, we're actually self-selecting into these situations, even unconsciously. Next, challenge your self-perception. Many of us carry the belief that we're unworthy of love. This can be deeply ingrained. Working through this, whether through therapy, journaling, or honest self-reflection, can help uncover where that belief comes from and how to start shifting it. Then there's reframing kindness. Instead of rejecting affection as something we don't deserve, we need to learn to sit with the discomfort that comes with being valued. Over time, that discomfort can turn into genuine acceptance, opening us up to healthier relationships. Another important point is reconsidering boring people. Sometimes, we dismiss stable, dependable partners because they don't trigger old wounds or drama. But emotional safety, even if it feels unfamiliar at first, is what really builds long-lasting love. And finally, practice receiving. It's vital to allow yourself to accept compliments, care, and love without reflexively dismissing or distrusting them. Learning to receive fully is a key step toward breaking free from these patterns and creating healthier, more fulfilling relationships. The deeper truth about love is something I want to emphasize here. Often we think that finding love is about meeting the right person, but really, the biggest obstacle is ourselves. It's not that there aren't good people out there, it's that we might not be allowing them in. Sometimes, we unconsciously build walls around ourselves, making it hard for potential partners to get close. What's crucial to understand is that the shift happens the moment we accept that, despite our imperfections, we do not deserve cruelty or suffering. We don't have to prove our worth through pain. Love, at its core, is about recognition, about being seen and appreciated for who we truly are. And often, the right partner is just waiting beyond those walls we've built, walls that stem from self-rejection or fear. So the key is to open up, to be willing to let love come in, even if it feels vulnerable. Because, in the end, love isn't about punishment. It's about connection, acceptance, and recognizing our own worth.